Hello, heroes. Joe Smith here. Saw an interesting topic on the internet this morning. Um, Seen it on like a YouTube video title. When first woke up and just checked the YouTube comments real quick. See if any of you heroes replied to Joe Smith here overnight or recently. But seen this other guy's video, forget the name of the channel, no one that Joe Smith subscribed to or anything like that. Just in like the you might like feed, whatever, recommend videos type thing. But it was kind of interesting topic. Didn't watch the video or anything. But the topic of the video was, should hospitals do paternity tests automatically whenever a baby is born to make sure that the father, or like the kids call it nowadays, baby daddy, is the actual father or baby daddy. You may, how old you are. You know, some of you might call it father, some might call you baby daddy. Don't matter, same thing. But like Joe Smith here said, didn't watch a video yet. Might go back tonight and watch or listen to part of it. But you know, if hospitals started doing that, then all these daytime talk shows would probably be out of business. They probably wouldn't have any other topics to talk about. Well, they probably would. They probably would find other topics to talk about, like, topics like, I've been in a relationship for 5 years and I haven't told my guy or male lover that I used to be a guy because he hasn't found my penis yet. Type stuff. Like, like, how do you date someone for 5 years and not know they don't have a penis? But then again, someone voted for Joe Biden. But I was commenting a while back. I kind of posted a video showing like, are you the baby daddy reveal from what was Maury or one of them shows? And kind of joking that these were the Biden voters revealed. Jerry Springer's done it. Back in the day, had Jerry Springer, and even before Jerry, the Geraldo Rivera. That's like on Fox News now. He had kind of a similar show as Jerry Springer's. Back in the day, it was like, what would Jenny Jones think it was, or Sally Jesse Raphael, Maury Povich. People like these did all these shows where they would bring these couples or people on the show and bring these women on the show, and they'd have like 10 guys there trying to figure out who the baby daddy is, and it turned out none of the 10 guys were the baby daddy, and then that woman come back like a month or two later with another 10 guys, and then none of those 10 guys were the baby daddy. And these poor women, these shows want you to think, oh wow, these poor women, they can't figure out who the baby daddy is, they can't figure out who to sue for child support. They got like 850 different men that they fucked, and they can't figure out which one got them knocked up, so they can sue for child support, so they get that paycheck. Poor, poor, poor women. Well, maybe a lot of these problems would be eliminated if they did paternity tests when the baby's born. And maybe a lot of relationships would be ended right then and there, too. Probably a lot of guys, they're in the hospital with their girlfriend or wife or that, and then they do a paternity test, and they come back and tell the father, the guy, the dude, the baby daddy, it's like, oh, hey, we just did this paternity test on this baby here that your wife or girlfriend just gave birth to, and you are not the father. Well, pretty sure that would end a lot of relationships right then and there, and pretty sure that a lot of bimbos and bitches would be stuck with hospital bills right then and there. And it would probably save a lot of men, a lot of heartaches, and a lot of money if they did actually do that. Then they wouldn't have to go on all these trailer trash shows like Maury 5 years later, trying to figure out who the baby daddy is. But now, second thought to this, everyone's thinking, like when they do these shows, the guy comes out and everyone in the audience is booing the guy. It's like, oh, you don't want to pay for your baby, you don't want to support your wife, your girlfriend, whatever, and support your child, you don't want to pay for your baby that you had. And then they do these shows and they do the paternity test and they come back and Maury's like, oh, you are not the father. And then, of course, guy gets all excited, and then all of a sudden the audience said, oh, okay, yeah, we're kind of excited for you too now. We're sorry that we booed you for not paying for your baby because we're sorry that we didn't realize it wasn't your baby in the first place. And it wasn't your responsibility to pay for it. So, yeah, yes, there has been guys on there that claimed it wasn't theirs, and yes, the test did determine it actually was theirs, but there's been just many on them trailer trash shows where the test determined it was not the guy's baby, and some of these bimbos been on there like 2, 3, 4, even 5 times trying to figure out who the baby daddy was. Some of them have had more than 10 guys on there trying to figure out which one knocked them up. And that's kind of the point of this video. When is our society going to start holding people accountable for their actions? Yes, we want to hold guys accountable for knocking women up, but when are we going to start holding women accountable for letting losers knock them up? For letting broke-ass jokes knock them up? And that's the thing. The courts are like, well, you got this woman pregnant, even though it might have been one night stand, even though you might have been drunk, even though she was drunk, you still got her pregnant, so now you got to give half your paycheck to her for the next 20 years of your life. It's got to the point where women are just trying to trap men and trying to get guys to knock them up just so they could get that guaranteed paycheck get half the guy's pay for the next 20 years of their life so they don't have to get a job and work. Maybe the court should start telling these bitches and hoes and sluts and bimbos, well, If you didn't think the guy was going to be a good daddy, you didn't think he was going to be a good father, if he wasn't marriage material, if you weren't planning on spending the rest of your life with him, then why did you spread your legs in the first place? That's the question the court should be asking these bitches. You know, a lot of great women out there, a lot of very fine women, a lot of very smart, very great women, accomplished many things, athletic-wise and intelligence-wise. A lot of great women in the military. This is not trying to degrade women. It's not trying to speak ill of women. A lot of very, very fine women out there. But it's just sad that a small percentage of them, very, very small percentage of them, are more or less trash. Some of them even try and get the guy drunk on purpose, just so they can spread their legs for him, just so he'll knock them up, just so they can get a check from him, just so they don't have to go get a job flipping burgers. They can get half the guy's check while he flips burgers for them. And that's just ridiculous. That's insane. And it's just, Joe Smith here just thinks it's like stupid or ridiculous that how the court system and all that nowadays, legal system, is all like well, it's the guy's fault for getting her pregnant. Well, it ain't like the guy raped her. It ain't like the guy put a gun to her head and tied her up and raped her. Okay? The woman let him. Or like Joe Biden would say, the woman let him. Yes, the woman let him. The woman let him get her pregnant. The woman didn't take birth control. The woman spread her legs. The woman went out to the bars. The woman went out and got a guy drunk or whatever. The woman went out and came onto a guy. You know, it's like Joe Smith here saying, oh, here's $500, but if you take this $500 now, you have to give Joe Smith here half your paycheck for the next 20 years of your life. Are you going to take the $500 now and give up half your paycheck for the next 20 years of your life? Or are you going to say, fuck you? What's your thoughts? But the court says that, well, you shouldn't have accepted the $500 in the first place. Whereas the court should be saying, well, maybe Joe Smith here should not have offered you the $500 in the first place. So because some bimbo slut offers it to you and you accept it, you gotta give up half your paycheck or more for the next 20 years of your life? Why don't the courts just start telling them bimbo sluts to quit offering it? You know, not saying the guys aren't partially responsible. Maybe the guys shouldn't be hanging out with certain women in the first place. Maybe they should be a little bit smarter. Maybe they should be waiting until they're married. Or have a prenuptial agreement, contract, whatever. Maybe some of these guys should be keeping it in their pants until they've been with this woman for several years and know she ain't going nowhere. But with the modern world and the modern American culture wanting equality, why don't we start holding women equally responsible? After all, it's their legs that they're spreading. The guys aren't spreading them for them. So yes, heroes, sorry, this little off-topic comment. Not really political, not really mechanical related or tool related or bike or sports car or whatever related. Just kind of some random thoughts here based on a little other YouTube video thumbnail, headline, topic, whatever, seen this morning and kind of started thinking about it a little bit. What's your heroes' comments, thoughts, opinions? You know, there is no such thing as a stupid comment. Only stupid people. So, feel free to post all your comments, replies, whatever. If you agree with Joe Smith, feel free to say so. If you disagree with Joe Smith, please feel free to say so. If you have other arguments, counter arguments, whatever, please feel free to say so. Joe Smith will not delete your comments, no matter how much you disagree with Joe Smith here, as long as you do not resort to name calling or bullying. You know, you say, well, Joe Smith, thank you for your opinions and your comments, but I must disagree, and this is why. And then elaborate on why you disagree. And Joe Smith will probably pin your comment. Will probably subscribe to you if you have your own channel. Will probably tell others about your channel or about you. Probably reply to you and thank you for your comment and welcome you to comment more. But if you post say, oh, you're stupid whatever, well, your comment might get delayed and you might get banned from the channel. So, if you disagree, feel free to say so. Feel free to say why you disagree. Just don't resort to name calling or cyberbullying. Because like a wise man once said, when it comes to two people debating, the first one that resorts to name calling loses. And for those of you that do disagree or oppose Joe Smith's comments or opinions, and you know, it's a free country, United States of America, First Amendment. Joe Smith can share his views and comments and opinions. Whether you agree or disagree, you have every single right to disagree, as Joe Smith has, to say stupid opinions and comments in the first place. Just so long as neither one of us starts calling each other names. So, Joe Smith here won't call you names. Joe Smith here won't call you stupid, so long as you don't do the same to Joe Smith here. And for those of you that do disagree with Joe Smith's comments, views, opinions, and not every view or opinion that Joe Smith talks about on the channel here or on the videos is necessary the true, correct views and opinions of Joe Smith here. Sometimes Joe Smith here just kind of comes up with crazy opinions, ideas, and just tosses them out there to see how others react, even though they're not necessarily the views and opinions of Joe Smith here. Just trying to get a conversation started, just trying to get other people's ideas. But for those of you that hate Joe Smith here and really disagree with him, and think Joe Smith here is just really stupid with his views, comments, and opinions, well, those of you for sure, please subscribe and click the dislike button and come back every time Joe Smith posts a new video, so that way you can click the dislike button again and post some more comments why you think Joe Smith is stupid. And for the rest of you in the Hero Nation, well, thank you. Thank you for your months and years of support. Thanks for watching videos. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for conversations in the comment sections. Joe Smith here really likes to talk to you guys and you heroes, men and women alike. Whether you're in the military or whether you've never been in the military, don't matter. You're all equally special to Joe Smith here. So thanks for watching. It's been Joe Smith. Sign out.